Most people can't even order coffee without second-guessing themselves. These people looked their idol or their co-star or their boss or the most intimidating man alive directly in the eye and said, "I'm gonna be you right now." When the impression lands and the real person's face does something completely uncontrollable is one of the purest things a camera has ever caught. An interviewer asks Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson to describe what Kevin Hart was like in high school. Simple enough question. Johnson doesn't answer it. He becomes it.
Kevin, I want you to pretend that you're Dwayne in high school, and Dwayne, you're Kevin in high school.
Okay.
And answer just a few questions. So,
I'm Kevin Hart, high school right now, 17 years old.
Okay.
And I'm a DJ.
There you go.
Okay, go.
He locks in on a girl across the room who isn't looking at him, calls to her. She doesn't hear. Calls again. She doesn't respond.
Hey, everybody, hey, girl. Hey, girl. No, she ain't hear me. She ain't hear me.
The desperation, the confidence somehow surviving the rejection, the immediate pivot to the next target. Every single beat of Kevin Hart's personality compressed into 45 seconds by a man who's physically the opposite of him in every measurable way.
Hey, Miss Johnson. Yeah, I'm gonna do good on that test.
The interviewer is gone. The room's gone. The Rock has fully left the building, and Kevin Hart has taken over in a body that's 6'5" and 260 pounds. Hart later watched this back and had no defense because it was perfect. But if that was impressive from someone who knows Kevin Hart personally, what Bill Hader did to John Malkovich while sitting right across from him is on another level entirely. Bill Hader is one of the greatest impressionists alive, and he knows it. The audience knows it. The only person in the room who seems genuinely skeptical is John Malkovich, who's sitting 18 inches away when Hader announces he's about to do him.
I don't sound anything like that.
No, you sound exactly like this.
Hader does it anyway.
My name is John Malkovich.
Malkovich listens. His face goes through 4 stages: denial, recognition, reluctant amusement, full surrender.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. Oh, no, yes.
The back and forth is the best part, because Malkovich is arguing against an impression of himself while accidentally proving the impression correct. His protest landing in exactly the cadence Hader is imitating. He's doing Malkovich while telling Malkovich he doesn't sound like Malkovich. The loop closes perfectly. Bill Hader wasn't done that night, because Conan then asked him to do Schwarzenegger as an infant. The premise is simple: Arnold Schwarzenegger, but a baby. Hader doesn't hesitate for a single second.
That was also kind of a Schwarzenegger a little bit.
Yeah. I'm 4.5 father.
The accent's locked in. The vocabulary is fully adult Arnold. The complaints are completely infantile.
I want to watch Doc McStuffins. And then I need my yogurt. Come on. I threw up. I need Pedialyte.
I want to watch Doc McStuffins, and then I need my yogurts. Come on, I threw up.
I want to see him from now on.
Yeah, you're gonna see that billboard while you're driving down Sunset, like Schwarzenegger baby.
Yeah.
Conan is gone. Completely gone. Hader doesn't blink. He stays inside Baby Arnold, adding layers, adding demands, treating each absurd request with the complete gravitas of a man who has won bodybuilding championships and starred in action films. The commitment is the joke, and it lands every single time. But for sheer nerve, nothing on this list touches what Eddie Murphy did directly to Mike Tyson's face. This is 1993. Mike Tyson is the most feared man on the planet. Eddie Murphy is about to impersonate him, right to his face, on live television.
Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, Mr. Mike Tyson.
Murphy steps into it. The voice, the lisp, the specific cadence Tyson uses when he's being formal and ceremonial. He doesn't clean. No mockery, just precision.
Producers of the show was hoping you'd have a little more feeling of more Mike, a little bit more Mike Tyson, more Mike Tysonism, like, hello, ladies and gentlemen, Sammy and I would like...
Tyson watches, doesn't move, doesn't react immediately. The grin is everything. Because a grin from Mike Tyson in 1993 after someone has just done him on stage isn't a given. Murphy had the nerve to do it and the talent to pull it off, and Tyson respected both. The room exhaled collectively. But if Murphy tested fate, what Josh Robert did to Morgan Freeman tested the laws of physics. Morgan Freeman is sitting in the audience. Josh Robert, the voice actor behind Jeff the Skeleton, turns to face him and asks if he'd like to hear his Morgan Freeman voice. Freeman nods. Robert opens his mouth.
Would you like to hear my Morgan Freeman voice? See, when I open my mouth, it makes everything sound smart.
The room goes immediately quiet because it's not a parody. It's not exaggerated. It's just Freeman coming out of someone else's body.
That's outstanding.
Yeah, it's outstanding. It's very, very good.
Freeman leans forward slightly, like he's trying to locate where the voice is actually coming from.
First time I've ever heard myself from the outside.
Yeah. There's through the wormhole keyhole right there. That'd freak you out, that would.
That would.
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to say to yourself?
Yeah, what would you say?
I don't know. Think of something nice.
All right. Let's talk about Craig Ferguson.
No!
Go ahead. I dare you.
Damn, you look good.
That's pretty good.
That line. Morgan Freeman listening to a perfect reproduction of his own voice, given the chance to speak to himself, and choosing to deliver a compliment. The whole thing is so layered it almost stops making sense. But it makes complete sense, because that's exactly what Morgan Freeman sounds like. And now, nobody in the room could unhear it. But if Freeman was moved, Kevin Hart had no idea what was coming when Bryan Cranston stepped up. Bryan Cranston is promoting the upside along Kevin Hart. They've just finished filming together. Cranston has apparently spent significant time studying his co-star, because what he delivers next is surgical.
I haven't done it in a while, so I have to come see another one of your shows and just study.
Yeah, I saw you doing it on a talk show.
Did you really?
Yeah. What? His hands. Come on, man.
The hands, the specific rapid-fire hand gestures Hart uses when he's escalating, the way his voice pitches up when he's building toward a point, the volume that arrives seemingly from nowhere.
He's very calm and, occasionally you'll get a comedic outburst, but it's very poised. Everything is...
Hart's watching. His impression goes from amusement to genuine shock to the specific helpless laughter of someone watching themselves be dissected in public with complete accuracy.
Of course, with a unique, it's very, very, his vocabulary is amazing, there's a touching time where it's just very at ease. And then occasionally he'll give you like a nice punchline in there, but everything is poised. It's all professional and good. And
you're making me sound boring.
No, you're not boring. It's good morning. That's good. Good morning.
He later said it was one of the best impressions he'd ever seen of himself. Coming from Kevin Hart, a man who has watched thousands of people attempt him, that means something. But the most technically precise impression on this entire list belongs to someone who waited until the right moment to detonate it completely. Jamie Foxx is giving a tribute speech for Denzel Washington at the AFI Life Achievement Award. Washington is sitting in the front row. Foxx tells a story about being young, broke, standing outside a club he couldn't get into, watching stars walk out.
And I tell this story all the time. Back in the day when I wasn't on, when I was just in the comedy clubs trying to come up, I used to go to Roxbury all the time and stand outside the club, and they would make me stand on the other side of the street because I didn't have no resume, so I'm just watching everybody come out, and I was the old dude. You know what the old dude is?
He explains that Denzel spotted him coming and responded the only way Denzel apparently responds to a man running at him in the dark.
And when Denzel walked out, I said, hell no, I got to get on the other side of the street.
And then Fox becomes Denzel. The voice, the cadence, the absolute unshakable authority Washington carries in every single scene he's ever been in. Hold on. All right. Okay. All right. Come on. All right.
And you know how black people are. When we get excited, we march. Am I right? Black people march. I was like, Denzel!
Washington is laughing. Actually laughing. Not politely, not graciously. Actually, because Fox has nailed something almost impossible to articulate about Denzel Washington moves through a room. He didn't just get the voice. He got the presence. And he did it in front of the man himself, at an event in the man's honor, as the highest possible form of tribute. Here's what separates a great impression from a cheap one. Anyone can do the voice, the accent, the catchphrase, the obvious stuff that's the surface. The people on this list went underneath it. They found the rhythm, the specific way someone builds energy, the hand that moves before the sentence lands, the pause that means more than words. And they did it while the real person sat there and watched their own architecture get taken apart in public. Some were flattered, some were stunned, some laughed at a version of themselves they've never seen from the outside. But all of them had to sit there and feel it. And that, not the impression itself, is what made every single one of these moments impossible to look away from. Which one hit closest? Drop it in the comments. And if you can do a celebrity impression, we want to hear it.